Greetings, everyone. This is She Speaks Life with Laquisha Robinson. On today, we're going to talk about being there for our children. With so many things going on in society, it is very, very vital that we love our children, support our children, and not only that, it is very vital that they know this, they feel this, and they understand this. You all see how much is going on in this world, how much is taking place. If we don't love and support our children, the streets are looking for them. People who don't know who they are looking for them so that they can continue the corruption that's going on in this world. So we have to be that example for our children through our actions and through our deeds. Nobody should be more important to us than our children. Us raising a family unit. All of this is important, okay? And building successful and healthy children. If we're unwilling to do this, we are continuing to ask our children not to be who they need to be and who they should be. It is our job and it's our responsibility to pour into our children, okay? Pour into them. Another important thing is for us to allow our children to be who they are, and the way we do that is simply by allowing them to be themselves, okay? And how do we allow them to be themselves? Number one, we're not going to be pushing them off or pushing them to the side. Be quiet, okay? I don't have time for this. Why you want to say something like this? No. Allow your child to express themselves, because in expressing themselves and learning who they are beginning to come forth in their gifts. Even at the time, if you don't understand it, that's the point of us having children. We are supposed to help them develop and grow and understand who they are, so we won't have a continual society of people who are doing bad and negative things, who are vibrating on a low energy. Let's input many values that we can into our children. I want you to also realize and understand it is not our job to make our children become us. And the way we make our children become us is when we start telling our children, do this, do that. No, don't go over here. I said do it like this. I said do it like that. No, just because, for example, you may fold a sheet one way and it turns out neat. If you see your child folding a sheet a certain way, allow them to do it if they're still getting the same results that you got. Okay, it's a different story when they're folded and it's all crinkly and wrinkly, but if what they're doing still bring forth the same results, and this is just an example, allow your child to be who they are. Okay, allow them to express themselves the way they express themselves. Okay, let your child know, hey, I'm there for you. I'm going to encourage you. I'm going to love you. I'm going to support you. And then allow them also to watch you do good acts, to watch you do good deeds, and be very sure that even when you think your children aren't watching you, they are watching you. And your children most likely are going to walk in your very same footsteps, even if you think you're that parent that say, don't do what I say, don't do what I do what I say. No, they're going to do what you do. So make sure that you are the example that you want them to be. And you're not telling your child, I want you to be me, but you're simply saying, I'm walking in integrity and in character or in proper and correct character, so that you have an example as to how you're going to walk as you grow older. You don't have to take the same steps I took, but the steps that you take will also show that you have integrity and character about yourself and about the things that you do. And here's another thing. If your child is making a mistake, or you may be irritated or agitated, still be patient with your child, because everything that you do is going to depend on how your child is transformed and how they act and operate when they grow up. If they make a mistake, you know what? That's okay. Let's talk about what happened to even transpire this mistake occurring or this situation occurring, and now what things different, son or daughter, are you going to do differently so that you won't have that same result? And even if you find yourself having to discipline your child, make sure they understand why you're doing it. Okay, because when people understand why you're doing what you're doing, they're better to respond and to accept it and say, okay, I understand why this happened to me because I'm meant to learn this. Okay, but I want you all to love your children. And if you are in a unit, if you are in a relationship, and I'm very big on this, I want you to work together with your spouse, to work together with your family. Don't become too tired. Don't say, I worked here and I really don't have time for that. No, work with your children. Work together. Let your children see how working together between you and your spouse, how it'll help them as they see you, the two of you all working together. When you bring them in to even teach and train them not how to be you, but how to be themselves, they're going to be so engaged, because why? I already see the example that you all are, so I want to be a part of it. Okay, no child want to see couples fight and bicker and argue. No. Find a way to get along, and most importantly, find a way to always be available and work with your child or work with your children. It's very vital. It's very important. We'll keep a lot of our children out of the streets and out of unnecessary places, all because we love them and they see the love and they can feel the love, okay? And it's shown unto them. A lot of that will keep them from running here and running there. They'll be so excited about going home because it's love there. They know they're being served love. They may be being served discipline is needed, but guess what? People appreciate discipline when they know it's a form of love still. Okay? I don't know if you all are familiar how some people will tell you a child who they will say is challenging, a person who deal with them a certain way, and then that individual end up leaving. That child that was challenging hates it because they feel like, even though I was being disciplined, I knew this person loved me. So I'm going to wrap this video up, you all, but I want to encourage you, be there for your children. Let them know you love them. Your children are your investments. Okay, and we have an obligation to raise, train, and teach them to be who they are and to live accordingly in in this life. Okay, so be encouraged and encourage your children. Love them, support them. Don't ever have them wondering if you love them, if you care about them, because the moment they start doing that, they're going to start seeking outside love in any way, in any form that they can get, and it may not be, and most likely it won't be the kind that you would really give to them had you taken the time to invest in them. So love your children. If you are in a partnership, work with your partner to work with your children. Let them see how it is to operate in a unit, how it is to operate in peace and harmony. And again, it's not to say that, hey, sometime you and your spouse won't have differences, but you all know how to handle them maturely so that even that becomes an example to your child or to your children. So you all, thank you for listening to my video, and until we meet again, remember to always operate in love, peace, and joy.